I have decided not to listen to the radio in the van today. Personal choice. It's an interesting day though. There's the Columbia River, just to prove it. We are going across the 205 bridge, heading to Vancouver from Portland. At the speed limit approximately. I'm a couple miles an hour slow actually. There we go. Now we're back up to it. There we go. There's no cruise control on the new company van. It's one of them Transit Connects. But I don't think much of it. I have to drive with my knees buckled because the seat won't go back. There's no cruise control, so I have to watch and see if I'm going the speed limit all the time with my foot doing all the work, and all sorts of things like that. There's no tinted windshield. There is a radio. I guess boss couldn't buy one without a radio. I don't know why, but I decided not to listen to it today anyway. Personal choice. So anyways, I'm driving along here vlogging. I got Cover Oregon in my ear. I'm calling them. I'm on listening to their music, waiting for them to answer the phone. It usually takes them half hour to an hour, unless you call it 4 o'clock on a Saturday or something like that. I got an interesting situation here. I've got today and tomorrow to work, and then I'm retired. How about that? That'll be interesting. That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of anticipation in my mind and my soul these days. Wondering what all it'll be like, but I think there's a lot of things about working for the company I'm working for that I won't miss. But it's been kind of an interesting situation getting to retire here, because the Social Security worked out okay. They make you say you're not going to make anything in January, and they wait till the third week in February to give you a check. I guess they want to see if you can live without much money or not before they waste a check on you, because that's what it's going to be like from now on or something. I don't know what they're trying to tell me, but that's the good news. I don't qualify for Medicare until I'm 65 in July. So I'm going to use Obamacare. It was a simple decision. Use Obamacare until then for medical insurance. I can retire now. So then came the drama. Turns out that to get Obamacare, you got to go through something called Cover Oregon if you live in Oregon like I do. Going through them has been a real chore. I met all the requirements, got my application printed out, filled out, mailed in, postmarked by the deadline on the 4th of December. Long story short, the 27th of December at 5 o'clock was the deadline, and they still hadn't got to me to process my application, even though I'd met their deadline. So after being sorry for meeting their deadline for a few minutes, I realized that I was going to have to go without medical insurance for January, because they were telling me I couldn't get it until February now. They tried to make it sound like it was my fault because they didn't receive it until the 7th, even though it said plain as day on the literature that it had to be postmarked on the 4th. So I explained that to them, and they were barely impressed. But we moved on, and lo and behold, that night after the deadline passed, and I realized I wasn't going to have any medical insurance. Anyway, it turned out that I did a Google search for, Obamacare coverage and stuff, and I found out that even though they had told me I was out of luck because the deadline had expired and there was nothing they could do, they extended the deadline through the 6th of January now, gave me another week or so, and they made it retroactive to January 1st. Only the government can do that if I get my premium paid by the 15th, which means I can pay on the 14th and pay for coverage I didn't get to take advantage of for half a month. But it also means that Kaiser has to discontinue my coverage for however many days it is till they get to processing me at Cover Oregon, and then reinstate me whenever they do, and somehow make it retroactive. I don't think Kaiser's going to look kindly at that. But the government does, so that's Kaiser's problem, I guess. My problem is that I've only got a day and a half of medical coverage left right now, and then I'm on my own. So if I die, you don't see any more vlogs, you'll know why. I just didn't have medical coverage and I couldn't make it. I'm being a little sarcastic, but you just never know. I have some good friends that have told me that, one good friend especially, who says he's got my back, and he would cover me if I had a major medical expense in January while this was going on. They say it's retroactive, so. He also told me that he'd pay the tuition if I wanted to go to seminary after I retired. I am still praying about that, but that's a whole nother vlog there. Anyways, so I have chosen not to listen to the radio. I've got Cover Oregon humming their song in my ear. I'm vlogging. There's a lot of electronics in the world. I'm talking on the phone to Cover Oregon with my phone. I'm also navigating with my phone to the service call, or the delivery, that I'm going on. Look at that. Big old fire truck right there. You thought this was going to be a dull day, huh? Okay, so anyway, we're all having a lot of fun here. Except for that guy. He had to cut me off to get where he's going, the poor man. Or woman, you never know these days. Women will cut you off just like a man. They will. Not the good looking ones, of course, but that's a whole nother vlog too. Most things are. Oh, for heaven's sake, what's going on here? Look at this. I don't want nothing to do with this, do you? Oversized load. I'd say so if I were me. And I think I am. Okay. So we're going to go deliver some toner here, like a good boy. Then tomorrow we'll do it again, and then after that, I'm going to be footloose and fancy free. I won't have a lot of extra money, but I'll be okay. I've got my voodoo. I've got my YouTube. That's different than voodoo, isn't it? I hope so. I've got my YouTube activity to keep me preoccupied. I vlog once every 3 or 4 weeks these days, just to keep my hand in it. So that'll be fun. Anyway, that's it. That's what's going on right now. So it's kind of a fun thing just to be me. I'm lying. No, I'm not. It's true. I'm lying. Come to your own conclusions. I gotta drive for. I'm lying. No, I'm not. It's true. I'm lying. Come to your own conclusions. I gotta drive for. Did you see that mess out there in the river? Yeah, they're building a bridge. We didn't have enough bridges here in town, so they had to build another one. It was kind of sad, really. I'm not sure how many bridges we need, but it's apparently at least one more.